The next one is stop making excuses and letting them get away with the neglect, the relationship neglect, to where you bottle that up and then you crash out at them. So obviously stop is a very easy thing for me to say. It's hard to do in practice. Okay. So let's talk about that a little bit. Okay. When they do something, you can still give them the benefit of the doubt, right? Anybody would appreciate that if they love you, if you love them. But that doesn't mean you don't say the reality. So I'm going to give an example. Let's say they had trauma. Let's say your partner, let's say it's a male avoidant and he got cheated on. Okay. So this is pretty common, especially if he's fearful avoidant. Now he's incredibly scared to be in relationships or ever get married, even though maybe at one point he was. Okay. With a dismissive avoidant, it's a little less common. With fearful avoidance, this is not too uncommon. Okay. And so he's afraid. And in your mind, you're like, okay, he's not physically intimate with me because he got cheated on before. You know that. You're not making an excuse. And you can say that doesn't mean that we can never be physically intimate. Or you can say, I understand, I have to step back, I have to be patient, but I still deserve this at some point. So I want to have a conversation. You're telling yourself that, okay? And you're not making excuses. You're not saying, oh, poor thing, this is the reason why we don't have to do this, even though inwardly you still want that. You're telling yourself the reality while still compromising to some extent. You can even say, this is getting a little tiresome to yourself and maybe even to him. I understand that he or you, whoever you're talking to, has been through a lot, but I still feel like we need to move progress a little bit. I still want to see progress. I still want to understand what's happening in this relationship. I still want us to make some progress. What do you think? What can I do? Right? You're meeting in the middle. You're not making excuses, because the excuses, they hurt him. This example is a him. It doesn't have to be a him. It can be her. It can hurt the avoidant, and it also hurts you. It doesn't help the relationship. Okay. The next one is you don't want their triggers to waver your perspective. Avoidants have triggers to such an extent where they push you away. I don't ever want to get married. I don't want relationships. I don't even like you that much. And then the next day when they're calm, they're fine, and they're acting all in love with you, and your mind is thinking, what just happened? Well, they were triggered. By the way, that's not okay. Like I do want to let you know that's not okay the way they just treated you in this example, but I still want to talk about the reality of it. They were triggered. Don't believe their trigger. Believe what you see. Trust yourself. Don't trust themselves. You guys are so afraid to trust yourself because you're afraid to be blindsided. If you get blindsided, first of all, you can handle it. I know that you can. But most of the time, that's not the issue. The issue is that you're just confusing yourself even more if you don't tell yourself the truth. This is probably a relationship. Whether they want to admit it or not, that's their issue. But you don't want to also develop an issue too, right? You have your own issues. You don't need to pick up their issues as well, okay? You are an individual. You can see that there is a relationship. You guys are more than friends. You don't have to tell them right away, but don't let them waver your perspective. The next one is you want to have your own opinions. I'm not even talking about relationships. I'm talking about in general. And this is probably something that at one point, if we have time in our call, like our group call, we'll have to talk about this, because a lot of you guys, you struggle with this. Being honest, I am being honest. I'm not picking on you. You lose your actual opinions of everything. Food. Not all of you guys are like this. Please understand. Food, I don't know, any perspective, food, political, which we're not going to talk about on the call, but anything. Finance, you lose your opinions and you start letting their opinions take over. Don't do that. You have your own opinions, okay? And the last one, which we will definitely make some time in the call to talk about versions of this depending on your relationship. Do things that you like together that require less talking. I know a lot of people are going to think, okay, that's not fair, or that we never talk. I'm not saying exactly, but I'm saying playing chess, playing basketball, even playing games together on your phone. This builds connection. And we're going to give a lot of examples depending on what your case is during the call. But if you want to join the call, that's pinned in the comments. But in general, if you want to book a separate call with me, that's also in the comments. But I hope this video is helpful regardless of if I see you or not during that call. I still want to make videos for you guys, right? Like that's the point of this. The whole point of this is so I can help you guys.